We all know we serve a great God. And I love this about DSSM. This is School of Supernatural Ministry. And God does supernatural things in our midst. And tonight I got a word that God did something in our very midst tonight. So I want to ask Sandra to come up because she's going to share that amazing testimony of what God did tonight in this house. Make sure.
Woo! Whoa! Oh, so Saturday morning I woke up and I was stuck to the bed. I could not move. My back was hurting so bad, and my shoulders were hurting, my hips were hurting, my knees were hurting, my ankles were hurting, my toes, my fingers, my neck. And I just felt myself just stuck to the bed. And I was like, okay, I've never felt this before. It was freezing cold, and it was like I just froze right there on my bed. And I got up thinking if I move around, I'll feel better. And it just didn't feel better. I felt like I was breaking as I was walking. And I was saying, Lord, please, not anything else this year, just nothing else. So I stayed home. I kind of doctored myself that day. And I woke up today and I was still feeling kind of crummy. I was like, man, this is rough. I sang on the worship team and I was trying to move and I just felt this breaking, it felt like in my body. So I came in tonight and I just kind of started telling everybody what was going on. I just said, I just feel like I'm hurting. I was telling Teresa, I said, I woke up the other day and I just hurt, and I just told her the same thing, how I felt. And she called, what was the guy's name? What's the name? Jerry. I never met Jerry before, but he's first year. And he came over to me, and I'm Sandra's second year, by the way. He came over to me and he laid hands, and Teresa called him over and they both began to pray with me. Jerry began to pray, and I don't even know what he was saying, but I felt the presence of God around me. And then he touched my neck right here, touched the middle of my back, and I started to feel ice breaking off of my bones. I'm not describing it, okay? It was like ice, like frozen stuff, just, I could see it, but I could feel it just breaking off and just melting. And it's still happening right now. Like I can still feel it happening. It's just moving through my body. And I mean, before I couldn't even move, I couldn't turn my head. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't bend over because I was just feeling so much pain as I was walking or moving. And the power of God just still flowing. I can still feel it. So when they're saying he's alive, all the other stuff is a shadow. I just declare the goodness of God pour over us like fire burning up in our bones, melting off everything. That's what happens when we come together in the face of a living and mighty God. We join together in unison with the Spirit, and he just does the work. And it wasn't because I did anything special, except walk in the door with someone who had faith to stand with me and pray. So if you are hurting in your back, if you're hurting anywhere in your body, I just want you to raise your hands right now, even if it hurts a little bit. Raise your pinky finger, whatever's going on. Just declare it. And I wish Jerry would come, but God, I just declare right now, God, that the same power that's rolling through my body, that's healing right now the sick. God, we just declare it, just roll up into the bodies of every person from the top to the bottom and throughout them, God. So much fire that they can lay hands on the sick and they are healed from the same thing. In Jesus' name, right now, boom, in their bodies, in Jesus' name.